I want to be your...
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
We should be able to cook here. I hope we manage to catch Almeidrea soon.
I hope so too, before she can cause any more havoc.
You okay, Rinwell?
Oh, yeah.
Don't push yourself too hard now, okay?
Okay. Thanks. Oh, Hootle. I don't know what to do.
Looks perfect and tastes just as good.
What's wrong, Law?
Why do I gotta have a vitamin smoothie?
Because you've been eating nothing but meat lately. Your body needs vegetables to stay healthy.
Yeah, but does it have to be so concentrated?
It's better that way. Even if you hate vegetables, all you have to do is drink it. It's a quick and easy way to get more nutrients.
Like you're one to talk. You'll have anything as long as it's spicy.
Which that vitamin smoothie isn't. I know its taste leaves a little to be desired, but once you get used to it, it's not so bad.
This sludge isn't gonna make me less hungry.
I don't know. If you downed 10 of them, I bet you'd start feeling pretty full.
Are you trying to turn me into an herbivore or something?
If I were you, Law, I'd drink it down sooner rather than later. It's going to start tasting bitter if you let it get warm.
It's already bitter when it's cold.
Come on, Law. It's good for you. Quit complaining and drink it already.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little? I noticed you haven't been training Hootle lately. Is he doing okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He's been catching fish with Kisara, and he seems to be adjusting his diet on his own, so I'm not as worried as before.
Maybe that's his way of pitching in, so you don't have to do everything for him.
Yeah, maybe. I guess at some point he started taking a shine to everyone too, just like they did to him.
You sound like you're okay with that.
Yeah. More than okay, really. It feels natural having Hootle and everyone around.
I know what you mean. We all support and take care of each other in our own ways. It's starting to feel like we're almost a family.
Huh. I hadn't thought of it like that. So does that make you everybody's dad?
Do I really look that old to you?
Huh? You don't like that? Okay, how about you be the big brother? Shion is the big sister. And Kisara can be our mom.
Well, then how about Dohalim for the dad?
I don't really get that kind of vibe from Dohalim. He's more like an uncle. An old uncle, who's too preachy and snarky for his own good sometimes. And as for Law... Well, Hootle took the little brother role, and Law's definitely not the dad. This is hard. Oh! Law can be the pet dog!
dog. Do dogs really count as part of a family?
Of course they do. If an owl can be part of our family, so can a dog. When you think about it like that, we have a pretty fun family.
Yeah, a pretty big one as well.
That's why I like it so much. I wish we didn't have to do anything dangerous. I just want to keep traveling the world with you guys the way we are right now.
You okay?
Oh, it's nothing. Actually, I think I'm gonna go practice with Hootle for a bit. Good night. Another day and another Gald.
A dead end?
No, there's an elevator. Looks operational.
I can't believe there's actually an underground harbor here. There are even boats docked.
I only see Dahnans. Think they were forced to work here?
Probably. Let's see what they have to share about Almeidrea. You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind. We damn near got blown away. She was that much in a hurry.
Damn! So we missed her!
You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We don't know how dangerous it'll be. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the water before? The sea ain't nobody's friend, you know. You need a sea dog like me or you'll sink her before she makes it out the harbor.
We're losing time. Sir, we're in your debt.
Now that's more like it. Name's Mahavar. Just give me a holler when you're all set and we'll set sail. This is like a dream come true. Never gotten to captain a ship before. Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Danans on that ship?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's supposed to be something of another castle, I'd reckon they probably wouldn't let a bunch of Danans on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Till then, you're all free to do whatever. Just don't fall in the ocean.
I know Mahavar said we could take it easy, but there's not exactly a lot to do on this boat. I guess I'll check in on everyone and see how they're holding up.
I took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almadria, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almadria?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegis.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegis. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved. Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what Almadria did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almadria do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almeidrea resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Saar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
You don't look so good. Are you all right?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almeidrea were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niez was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadheim?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Danans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Danans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Danans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective, from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us. But nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for a moment, you may be able to free the Danan people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almeidrea did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Danans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadheim's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfon tell it, Deadheim wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Miguel, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Shion.
I'm not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Danans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almeidrea, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cyslodia's Danans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Saar has people like Deadeye. But then there are people like Law and Shion. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almeidrea. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But
But what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well, I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almeidrea when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Shion mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Shion's... She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels, not being able to hold another person's hand.
Me much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almeidria's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cyslodia. The lush green glades of Menancia. The harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually managed to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Dahnans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Dahnans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Dahnans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shionne.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dahna. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shionne?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almeidria. I'll ask Mahavar.
Look who's up! Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almeidrea.
Shion, I want to thank you.
What brought this on?
What you said helped to calm me.
Don't mention it.
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah. The biggest one in all of Mahag Saar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelzelik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almeidrea plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute. That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balseph when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought I was a goner.
Balsef's brute strength was in a league all its own. Yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Dahnan in origin.
Shion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.
Gotta break through!
Bring him down!
Dragon Swarm!
Severing Wind!
In here!
Where are you going? I'll punch that gun out of your hand! Swallow there! Fire support!
In a bind? Eternal devastation!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! My turn!
How's this?
Dragon Swarm! Severing Wind! Here I come! Hit time! Eat dirt!
Talon Storm!
Raging Storm!
Take this!
By the power of
You're
Hell!
finished.
Now I'm in the groove!
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Ready and go! I'll smash you!
I'll have to take my revenge on you!
It's over!
I'm just getting fire support! Here, let me help!
I owe you one!
Slither Dragon! Eagle! Mega Ray! Gemini Aqua! Another one! Ready to go!
Severing Wind!
I'm turning!
Severing Wind!
Hurricane!
Fred! Raging Cascade! Fred!
Severing Wind!
Raging Storm! I'm
Roll down! Eternal devastation!
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
Got it!
No backing down!
Take this!
I'll tear you apart! I never miss!
Thunderfield! My astral... These ones can run rings around us!
Not today!
Thunderblade!
Tear you apart! We did it!
Here
Now,
goes!
take this!
I'll smash you! I'm on a roll now!
Dragon Swarm! Crush!
No further! I'll tear you apart!
Raging Storm!
I'm on!
Photon Blast!
Do it!
Whoa!
Away!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord?
You simply can't be too strong when battle is a part of your everyday.
That went well.
Are you okay? You're not too tired, are you?
Nope. I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
No shield can stand up to these fists!
Healing
It's almost too strong.
It'll split it open!
Be my guest.
Right there!
Here I come.
Roll them down! Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah, and the pummeling to me!
Severing wind.
Raging storm! Gravitas field!
The enemy wields arms too.
We'll see about that!
Rising Falcon.
Thunder field!
Hurricane.
Go Thomas!
Dragon Swarm.
Watch this!
No escape.
Ready and ready!
Do it!
Coming through. Ha! Now. Scarlet Inferno.
Water, hear my call!
Here I
Lightning
come.
orb! Raging
Dragon
field!
Swarm.
Here's the evil armor! Law!
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
Hi, Hoodle!
Strike.
Not in your dreams!
Come on.
Lunar corruption!
You're mine.
Hurricane!
Can't get out of this!
You
think that shield will save you?
Dragon Swarm. I'm not done. We're not finished.
Freaking does it! Eat this!
You picked the wrong fight. I owe you one. Dragon Swarm.
I'm only getting started!
Eagle Assault!
Lyric flame! Now! Very well! Astral energy! Full throttle! Go! Lunar corruption! Hit! Talon hurricane!
Eagle Fly!
Severing wind. Devastation.
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Go no further!
Take this.
This one's mine!
Severing wind. Lunarongo. I won't show you any mercy. You got spirit.
I can
carve through armor!
Arc field! Corruption!
Dragon
Lunar
Swarm.
blast! Raging cascade!
Wind. Lunarongo.
I'm on it! Crush!
Let you through. Eternal devastation.
Lunar corruption! Now!
Eternal
Farewell!
devastation.
Astral energy! Full throttle! Go!
Dragon Swarm.
Hit! Flame!
Lunarongo. It's on.
By the power of world! Gemini Alpha!
Watch out. Wind.
Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
We managed to pull through.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Glacial Spear!
Ignite. You're mine. It's over.
No further!
A showdown between blade and fist!
Radiant
Severing wind. Here I come.
Mega Ray!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
More with that kick! I never miss! Crumble! Supernova!
Now you see what I can do!
My shield of the station!
Now I'm in the
Thank you. Now!
We're not finished!
Ghidorah! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Barely a blip on our radar.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
The rebels! Stop them!
Rip it away!
Eternal devastation!
They really don't give up, do they?
Try you now!
Ghidorah! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
First strike! Will ya?
Lightning horn!
Watch it!
Now with that
Take it out of this!
Light after raging!
Rising
Eruption!
Falcon!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Here I come!
Here goes! Lightning!
Back, will ya?
That freaking does it!
Try harder!
Shining
My turn!
Supernova!
Dragon Swarm!
Burning Rage in the wind!
You're mine!
Here I come!
Ready and ready!
Eternal
More of the
devastation!
stockpile!
No escape!
Good dreams!
You won't make a fool of me! Wind!
Photon Blast!
Lunar
Healing
Rumble!
where that came from!
I'm just getting
You're mine!
Talon Hurricane!
Eternal devastation! Burn in hell!
Eagle Thrust!
Like you! Dragon Swarm!
I never miss!
Lightning Horn! Raging
Eternal
Cascade!
devastation!
Dance is now! Flame of Steel!
Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. Never seen anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from, but this is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
Lost!
Eternal devastation!
On it! Now we're not...
Raging Storm!
You're finished!
It's a duel of the arts! Light action
Take
in the
this!
wind!
I'm on it!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that!
Now you see what I can do!
I owe you one. You picked the wrong fight! Dragon Swarm! Wind!
In a bind?
More for the stockpile!
You're mine!
Radiant Blood!
Oh, let's do it!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Dragon Shell! You're mine!
Annihilation!
Eternal devastation!
Now! Air thrust!
Could have been worse.
choice. Now you learn.
I'm on Dragon Force! The shock! Hurricane! I'm ready! Where are you going? So much for talking it out!
You're finished! It's total devastation!
That's pretty does it!
You're mine!
Lunar Corruption! Lunar Blast!
You're finished!
Ready! I'm far enough!
Here I come! Dragon Swarm! Severing Wind!
Do it! Glacial Spear! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Crumble!
Here I come!
Going in! Talon Storm!
Severing Wind!
Guardian Field! The armor is all mine! All right,
Take this!
Lunar Corruption!
No further!
Going
Eternal
in!
devastation! Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing arc!
I really owe you one.
Igneous
Flaming
Discharge!
Thrust! Rising Falcon!
Talon
Flaming
Hurricane!
Thrust!
Blaze Lancer! Eagle
Here!
Tiger Blade!
No, not Mega Slide!
Now you've gone and
paid for
ticked
that.
me off! Thanks, Shion. I'll bring
This
you back
should do
from
it.
Death's Abyss! Shield and Mace!
Crush!
Resuscitation!
Wind! Burn in hell!
Will this help? Not done yet! It's all fine not too long ago. Back into the fray!
Try harder!
Whirlwind
Crush!
snap! Piercing roar! This one's mine! Where are you going? Round and pound! Glitter Dragon! Crescent Moon!
Severing Wind! Take this!
Tiger Blade!
Here I come!
Take Valerian!
Severing Wind!
Mordo! Appreciate help. Flaming Meteor!
Dragon Swarm!
In a bind?
Severing Wind!
Dragon! I'm
Rising
just getting
Falcon!
started! Eagle and
Dragon Swarm!
Igneous Discharge!
Try harder! Take this!
This one's mine! Eat this!
Crush!
Hear my call! On guard! Red!
No escape!
I can carve through
It's
armor!
over!
I'm just getting started! I'm all stuck!
Burn in hell!
Dragon Show!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for! Get behind me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you! Severing Wind! Try! My turn!
You see what happened there is you crossed me.
Take this!
Shouldn't have done that.
Dragon
Flaming
Swarm!
Meteor!
Astral Art?
That's my cue.
Shut him down!
Switch to offense!
I'm ready.
Awesome!
I never miss.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Now or never!
Here
You're
I go!
finished.
Crescent Moon!
I'm only getting searing flame. Reload. Mega ray.
This isn't looking good!
Hear me!
Can't get out of
Fury!
Not done yet!
Don't leave me all alone here.
Here I come! Dragon
Lunar
Swarm!
Corruption!
That's much better.
Shield and Mace! No more playing nice!
Dragon Swarm!
Shattering of pieces! Attack
It's time!
Piercing roar!
Rising Falcon!
Make it rain!
It's over. Astral energy. Full throttle. Go.
Fighting in this state isn't advisable.
Finish! Crush!
Going in! Freaking does it!
You're mine!
Hurricane! Raven tear! Tiger
Not
blade!
in your dreams!
Eagle
Strike!
assault!
First aid!
That spot!
Damn it! It's too fast!
Stand back! I'll trip it up! You hear it
Take
now!
that!
Eagle fly! Flaming meteor!
Do it!
The earth throws.
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
By the
My
power
turn.
of water!
Ha!
No further!
First strike! Finish!
Talon hurricane! Where are you going? Eagle
Dragon
do it! Ridwell!
Frozen?
Hammer!
Searing tempest!
Not a chance!
And that's
Eat
not
this!
Dragon
true!
Swarm! Wind!
Flare tornado!
Rising!
Swallow this! Come on, full now! Flaming meteor!
Lunar corruption!
Ready to
Jedi
go!
Aqua!
Mega
Shield
Sonic
and
Swallow!
light!
Here!
Mega Ray!
Be
Make
still!
it rain!
Law! Get toasty!
Bird strike!
These don't seem like your run-of-the-mill Zoogles the Renans usually keep around.
Indeed. I believe it's safe to assume these were used in her experiments.
They certainly look as twisted as her.
Even here.
Onward and upward.
This is...
I remember seeing instruments just like this back in Estaluva Forest.
It looks and smells like some kind of medicine.
Whatever this place was used for, I doubt it was anything of repute.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out. Far enough!
Dragon
I'll
Swarm!
smash you!
My shield!
Freaking Dragon Swarm! First strike!
Take down their defenses! Got you now!
Hurricane line!
We're not finished! Got flyers!
I've got it! Let him marksman handle it!
Talon storm!
All yours!
I'll heal you all!
No chance! Do it!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Here's a healing art!
Look sharp!
Here I come! Dragon Swarm! On your Eternal Devastation!
Hurricane! Look sharp! Make it rain! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Going in!
Reload! This one's mine!
Where are you going?
You're mine! Eternal Devastation! Crumble!
Going
You're
in!
mine!
Tiger blade!
Eternal Devastation!
Eagle fly! Look sharp!
This one's all mine! Ignite!
Tiger blade!
You won't make a fool of me!
It's weakened!
Anything in armor is
This
all mine!
ends now! You're finished! Crush!
I'm on it! Going in!
Prepare to receive!
Get toasty!
Bird strike!
Everyone hanging in there?
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
A barrier. That may indicate Almadria is near.
Then we've got to find a way to get through somehow.
Let's see if we can...
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almadria sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't Almadria's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegis?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegis and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almadria may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? My head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almadria. What's this thing?
I see one,
In a vine?
Dragon
Elusive deity!
Severing wind! Rising
Tell me, have you ever considered your purpose in life?
Denied!
Oh my lord!
How about this? Eat this!
This one's all mine!
Eagle Fly!
Eternal devastation!
Look sharp! Elusive deity! I'm on a roll This
now.
one's mine!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Eternal devastation!
Down! Its armor's too strong.
Split it open!
Be my guest!
I'm ready! Rimwell! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang! Unguardable! Dragon Shout!
Eternal devastation! We're not
Evil
finished!
Assault!
Dragon Swarm!
Look sharp!
Take this!
Now you see what I can do!
My steel!
I'm ready! I'll tear you apart!
In an instant!
Impact Claw!
Together, there is nothing that can stop us.
Indeed. As one, we are unrivaled.
And that is our greatest strength.
got.
This one's mine!
Take this!
Flaming
Dragon
meteor!
Form!
I don't have much left!
Severing Wind! Take this! It's over! Rising Falcon!
Going in! I can handle it! Air pressure!
Here I come!
Resonate with the earth!
Can't get out of this!
This one's mine!
Dragon Swarm! Severing Wind!
Denied!
I'm ready!
Talon Hurricane!
This one's mine!
We're not finished!
Watch this!
Out of the way!
I'm gone!
Severing Wind!
Yeah!
Rising
Tiger
Falcon!
Do it!
Strike!
Talon Hurricane!
Eternal Devastation!
Sora, I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
On your knees.
You're mine!
That freaking does it!
Going in!
This one's all mine!
Healing arts take their toll on the user, you know.
Ah, right. Want to rest?
You're saying we should check... the Owl Forest?
Let's see what you've
Here I
got.
come! Got you now! Dragon Swarm!
Raging
My
Storm!
turn! Dragon Swarm!
What's your ranged attack?
Like the rebel!
Now you've gone and
Stop them!
ticked me off!
Lightning on Raging
This won't burn out.
Sleep now.
Eternal Devastation! Out of the way!
Under attack!
Take this! Dragon Swarm! It's over!
Shield and mace!
We're not finished!
In a bind?
Damn it! Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Make it rain!
Rinwell! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
My turn! Dragon Swarm! You're mine!
Lightning Orb!
The enemy needs ours too.
You'll soon see about
Far
that!
enough!
I'm not done!
On guard!
Severing Wind! Rising Falcon!
Take this!
Raging Storm!
I can carve through walls!
Lightning Cannon!
Dragon Swarm!
This one's mine!
Dragon Swarm!
Steel Flame!
Burn! Like you burn!
Everlasting
Here I come!
Negative gain.
This
Here I come! Dragon Swarm!
Ready!
Here I go!
Eternal Devastation! Crush!
Mega Ray!
Dragon Swarm!
Unreal! One Raging Cascade! Field!
I'm not...
Air
More for the
pressure.
stockpile!
Resonate with the earth.
Pierce the
Being
aura!
interrupted.
Freeze laser!
Now or never. No further.
Take this! Dragon Swarm! Eternal Devastation!
Can you take it?
Dragon Swarm! You're mine!
Lightning! Far enough!
Anything in armor is all mine. All yours, Kisara.
I've used a bit too much healing.
Dohalim's fighting style is... what's the word I'm looking for? Subdued? No...
Do you mean elegant, perhaps?
Yeah, that's the word. For better or worse, you can definitely tell he's cut from posh Renin cloth.
And he's not just skilled with the staff either. He can also use astral arts, including healing ones. I can see how he made it to the position of a lord.
You flatter me. But my fighting techniques merely come from a style that aims to conserve energy by minimizing body movement.
Is that why you wait until the last second before you dodge attacks? To avoid unnecessary movements?
No, I do that to sharpen my senses. I find that doing so is an effective means of drawing out my innermost strength.
Oh yeah, I've noticed you look stronger and strike out with your rod more after you dodge attacks. Guess that's why.
Still, it's a risk. Don't you ever worry you'll dodge at the wrong moment?
Then, it'll be just as well.
Huh?
It's nothing. Let us continue.
Coming through! Here I come! This should do it!
Lightning
No,
Lord!
thank you! Eternal devastation!
I'm ready! I can read your moves like a book! Won't save you!
This one's mine!
We got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours!
Lightning condemned! Shield and
Astral arts?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
going in!
Into the deity! No! No! Tear!
I'll face you.
Devastation! You're mine!
On guard!
Dragon Swarm! Come on!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Here I come!
Not on my watch!
Dragon Swarm!
You require help.
Severing Wind! Rising Falcon!
Shield and deity!
We're not finished!
Going in!
Lunar Rocket!
Switch!
Strut! Take this!
Not beyond fury!
Try harder! Strut!
Anything in order is all mine!
Kitara, frozen!
Hammer!
Step back, this one's all law!
Finally.
What is it?
I found an ingredient for that new recipe.
be a breeze. Get in, get out.
This one's mine.
It's over!
Now you see what I can do.
Dragon!
I'm the true gunslinger around
You're
here.
mine! Now you'll learn! Eternal devastation! Here I come! Die!
Going down.
Tiger Blade! Here's a healing arc!
Crush! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'll heal you all!
Ignite! You won't make a fool of me!
In a bind.
Ready!
Eat this.
Dragon Swarm!
I'll tear you apart.
Look sharp!
Watch it.
Watch it!
You're mine!
Tiger Blade!
You're finished! Devastation!
I don't feel so hot.
You should sit this one out then.
And miss all the sun. No way.
I'll crush you. Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous claw.
Crescent move! I'll cover you!
Ribbon time just getting started.
Here's a healing arc!
Take
You're mine!
this.
Take this!
Radiant Blood!
Dragon
I'll
Swarm!
smash you. Time to shine.
Win!
Let me have crescent move! First aid!
You're finished!
Primed and ready!
Eat this.
Here I come!
Where are you going?
Get!
Watch this.
Win!
Tiger Blade! Hear me!
Rising Falcon!
Hear my call!
Going in.
Do you require a hand?
Take to this!
Glimmer
Dragon!
Can't get out of this!
Glacial Spear!
Dragon Swarm!
Look sharp!
Denied!
Freeze Lancer! Not on my watch!
Here I come!
I'll heal you
Eternal devastation! On your knees!
Cloud Hurricane.
Healing Circle!
Eat this. I'll tear you apart.
Look
sharp.
Dragon Swarm!
Just charge. Look sharp. Anything in armor. I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare Demolisher.
Here I come! Dragon
Make it
Swarm!
rain.
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone.
Water! Hear my call!
This is my focus. This
Take
one
it.
is mine.
Here's
Armor won't
evil.
save you.
You're finished!
Freeze Lancer!
Severing Wind!
Going in.
Here's a healing arc!
Take this!
First
Dragon
aid!
Swarm!
This one's
I'll
mine!
face you.
Win! Luna Rondo!
Radiant Look here!
Look sharp.
I'm out! Watch and turn! Annihilation! Mega Ray! I'm not primed and ready! I never
I'll
miss!
stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara!
In a bind.
Hold nothing back! Here I
I'll
come!
heal you all!
Now my clothes are
Let me
ruined. Can you take it? You're mine.
Eternal devastation!
Deity. Hands off.
I can handle it!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Will this help?
This one's mine.
No escape! Dragon Swarm!
I'm grateful. Thou art to being interrupted.
This one's mine.
Burn in hell!
Punching lane! Reload!
I'll face
I'm
you
not
until
done.
you perform.
Flaming
You're
meteor.
Here!
Crush!
I'm out of ammo!
Ready and
Around
ready.
the town!
Devastation!
Annihilation!
On your
I'm denied.
You're mine!
resonate with the
Piercing roar. I can carve through armor.
You're mine!
Mega Ray!
Dev-
Annihilation!
Discharge. Begin. You're mine. This one's mine.
benediction
Fire touch.
Take this! Dragon
Be
Swarm!
prepared to free from the threat.
Severing Wind!
Going in.
Devastation!
Going in.
Take this!
Behold! The Earth's pulse! Tectonic vision! Can you
Take
take it?
this! Dragon Swarm!
I'm ready!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone.
I need to be stronger.
She sure spared no expense on her castle.
This must be...
The captain's quarters. The presence of the spirit vessel and the sheer extravagance on display can leave no doubt.
There's no one here.
Yeah, but I doubt she's out for a moonlight stroll. You think she jumped ship and ran away again?
I doubt it. The conniving witch is probably up to something.
Agreed. In any case, as long as she hasn't suddenly sprouted wings, she has to be somewhere on the ship. Let's keep looking.
What's wrong, sweetie? Is something scaring you?
Maybe he just doesn't like being in her room.
I think there's more to it than that. What could it be?
The way this key's been placed, it's like she's daring us to come find her.
Yeah, like it's all some damn game to her.
Is this the ship's cargo? What a pain. I can't see anything past all this stuff.
Be on your guard. For all we know, there could be something hiding around here.
I won't forgive you!
For my lord! Enough, brother! To be seized! Friend! Not today! Here I come! No further!
Make it right! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! My turn!
This one's mine!
Dragon Form!
Reload!
Severing Wind! Its armor's too strong!
Split it open!
Be my guest! Here I come!
Make it rain!
Frozen?
Hammer!
I can feel my power growing!
Now you learn!
Dragon Swarm!
Dragon
Swarm! I'm going in!
Feisty one, eh?
Dragon Shout!
Try you here and now! Far enough! Eagle Assault!
Dragon Swarm!
My
This one's all mine!
Discharge!
I'll
tear you apart! I don't have much left.
You're mine!
Where are you going?
You're mine!
Armor won't save you!
My deal is over! We're not finished!
In a bind? Tiger Blade!
Dragon Swarm!
Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heavens!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Not a
How's
chance!
this?
You're mine!
Here I
Take
go!
this!
Piercing
Dragon
roll!
Swarm!
Do it!
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Fighting in this state isn't advisable.
An opponent like this should be easy. This one's all mine.
I'm on
Eternal
Hurricane!
You're mine.
Glimmer Dragon!
I'll shoot you out of the sky!
On guard!
Confiscated! Go for the weak point!
You're mine.
Watch it!
Severing Wind. Sword. Coming through. Ha! Now. Scarlet Inferno. Here I come! I'm not done!
Tiger Blade! Dragon Shout! Nothing
It's
good
over.
enough! Far enough!
You're finished!
On guard!
Dragon Swarm!
Tiger Blade! I can carve through armor!
I'm out! Back
You're
into the
mine.
fray!
Dragon Shout!
Radiant Blood!
Tiger Blade!
Reload!
Rip and tear!
Now or never.
Crescent Moon!
Can't get out of this!
Lightning!
Tiger Blade!
Where are you going?
First strike! Eat
Take
this!
this! I'm not
I'll
done!
finish you here and
Lunar
now!
Blast! What in
Eagle
the
Fly!
Devastation!
On guard! Talon Hurricane!
Be still!
Eagle Fly!
Oh, shouldn't have messed with me!
Inspiration! I can see
Take
this
it.
all day!
Dragon Swarm!
I'm on it! Tiger Blade!
It's weakened! Here goes!
Then it ends now!
I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Piercing Talon Hurricane!
Crush!
Eagle Dive!
Corruption!
Eternal devastation!
What's this?
Back into the fray!
Not a
Talon
chance!
Storm!
Take this!
On guard!
Magna Ray!
Win!
Crescent Moon!
Here, let me help!
First strike!
First aid!
Swallow
Nothing
Dance!
gets by me!
Water!
All
Hear
good
my
things
call!
come to an
Here
end.
I come!
Red!
Carve through armor!
Dragon Swarm!
Burning Strike!
Do you require a
Will
hand?
this eat this? Eat this!
I'll heal you
I'm
all!
on it! In a vine? Eat this! Eat this!
Any more of this and I'll burn out!
Break it down!
Piercing Primed and Red!
Thanks!
This one's mine!
Talon Storm!
This far enough!
Will this help?
Strike!
This one's mine!
Eternal
Going
devastation!
in!
I really owe you one.
Ready!
Coming
Searing
in.
Tempest! And
Thanks.
that's my will!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Look sharp! Ground and pound!
Take this! I'm not done!
Here I go! On guard!
Going in!
Talon
Not in
Hurricane!
your dreams!
Tiger Blade!
this.
Eagle Dive! Talon Hurricane!
Eternal devastation!
This one's
Right
mine!
field!
This one's mine!
Radiant
On
Shield!
guard! Flaming meteor!
Flame!
I'll finish you here and now! Take this!
Sighted! It's over!
Can't get out of this! Take this!
Take it!
I'll smash you!
Got you!
Eat this! Eat this!
Sighted! I'm only get back into the fray!
Here I come!
Dragon Shell!
Eternal devastation!
Magna Ray!
Dragon Shell!
Here I come!
Searing Flame! Reload!
You're mine!
Hear me!
Dragon
handle
Swarm!
it.
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
We can really make weapons with this?
Did that get rid of the barrier?
We'll just have to go back and check.
If Almadria's not in her own room, just where the hell is she?
It's possible she may be on the bridge, but I would guess that she's waiting for us elsewhere on the ship.
Which means she's most likely chosen a place where she'll have the advantage in a fight.
Be careful, guys. I came from an entire family of Dahnan mages, and that woman murdered all of them. All on her own. I hate to say it, but she's an incredibly powerful astral artist.
We already know she specializes in controlling wind astral energy. But on top of that, she might try to sick that monster on us again, too.
Right. To that woman, life itself is just a toy for her to play with. Let's make sure we put an end to it. Well, we've only one last place to look. Straight ahead.
Almeidrea.
There she is! Almeidrea!
But all alone? Watch yourselves. She's probably planning something.
I was getting rather tired of waiting around. Oh my, and I see you came along as well, Dahnan Witch.
Almeidrea.
What's this? I thought you couldn't stand the sight of me. Go on, little one. Show me the full force of that hatred of yours. Otherwise, run and hide like a rat you are.
That's enough! How can you smile while causing pain to so many others?
That is the way of those who possess great power. The very way we Renans live by. Those with power set the example, and those without it are forced to obey. Though you two seem to have forgotten that's the way these things work.
And you really think that justifies your actions? You turned all those people into a hollowed sea!
What foolishness. It's only natural that the fate of a slave differ from that of its owner. Very well, I admit I did fan the flames just a tad back in Miez. But it wouldn't have mattered in the slightest if there hadn't been a spark to ignite. Without it, my actions would have been fruitless. Ultimately, it was their very own burning hatred that laid them to waste. To say it was all my fault is simply laying blame at the wrong feet.
No one's perfect. We all have darkness in our hearts. But the atrocities that you've committed, they're unthinkable! Your heart is nothing but darkness!
What a fool! To think time and time again you would challenge Renan authority without so much as an inkling of how things actually work. Such ignorance is why your kind has been enslaved for 300 years.
Almeidrea.
Well, if it isn't Lord Dohalim.
These people are my allies and friends. I won't let you insult them so.
My, what a shock. I never would have expected you to claim mere slaves as your companions. If I didn't know any better, I would question your noble lineage. Oh, how far the mighty have fallen. A traitor such as yourself hardly deserves to be called a lord.
You are nothing compared to Dohalim.
Rinwell.
He would never stand by and laugh. His people hollowed!
Ha! What does it matter? You're descended from those who allowed the power and knowledge entrusted to them to wither away. Your pitiful family may have feared it, but I do not. That knowledge and power is all mine to command. And now, you will witness what that power's truly capable of! Nesmold! Enjoy your meal! Such sad eyes, child. Let me reunite you with your parents.
Shut up! I'm gonna take you down if it's the very last thing I do!
That's right. Loathe me. Every step brings you closer to being me!
You're wrong! You're wrong! I'm nothing like you! Going in!
Eagle assault!
You require a hand.
This one's
Double
mine!
Demon Fang!
Look shot! I'm out of ammo! Back into the fray!
No further! All
Mega
finishing
round!
here and now!
Let's have some fun! Going
Double Demon
round
Fang!
and town!
Devastation!
Not on my watch!
I'll smash you!
What foolish...
Annihilation!
Right, now I'm in the groove! Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Eat
Far
dirt!
enough!
Let
me help!
me out! Rip and tear! Rising Falcon! Be still!
Run! Hear me! Flame of burning! Let the marksman handle this!
Flaming
I
meteor!
never miss!
Try harder!
What foolish...
Now you've done it! Ticked me off!
Into the shadows!
Look sharp!
Mega ray!
The earth throbs in
This
panic.
one's
No further!
Not my finest!
Take this!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolisher!
I'll bring you back from death.
Look sharp!
Ride for me.
Take this!
Going in!
Healing circle!
I owe you!
This one's mine!
Double Demon Fang!
Tiger Blade!
Rolling
Not on my watch!
Shield and face!
Right.
away!
This one's mine!
It's over!
Thanks, Shion.
I'm on! Double Demon Fang! You picked the wrong fight!
Stay away! Going in!
Try harder!
Blood! Blazing
Try
fields!
harder!
I can carve through armor!
Take this! Double Demon Fang! You're
This
mine!
one's mine!
Tiger Blade!
Glacier
Prepare to be
Ray! Here's evil!
I'm on!
Look sharp!
No further! Double Demon Fang!
Crescent Moon!
It's in the sky! It's
Try
mine!
Tiger Blade!
Double Demon Fang!
Come to an end.
There! Eat it again!
Take this! Dragon Shout! It's on! Double Demon Fang! Burn!
Tiger Blade!
Go.
Art Seal! Healing circle!
You're mine!
Annihilate.
What's that? Thanks, Shion.
Searing flame! Reload!
On guard!
You're mine!
To the shadows!
Double Demon Fang!
Talon Sword!
Here I come! It's over! Rising Falcon! Dazzle! Rip and tear!
Disruption!
I can carve through.
Back into the fray!
Take this!
On guard!
For me.
Prepare to be sealed!
It's over!
Time to
Thunder!
go! Thunder Touch!
Rising Falcon!
In a bind?
What
I'm not
foolishness.
done!
Searing flame! Reload! Will this help?
Wretched fool.
This one's all mine! Take this!
I'll heal your
Double
wounds.
Demon
Tear you
Fang!
apart!
Devastation!
Healing circle! I'm ready!
Look sharp! Where are you going?
Lunar corruption! Back into the
Eat red! Going in!
You're mine! You're finished!
Hurricane!
Lunar Rondo! Thanks.
What's she doing now?
She's infusing her beast with more power.
Get ready! Radiant, here!
Try harder!
I'll heal you all!
Attack us! The power of light!
Healing circle!
All right, let me out!
Now or never.
Dragon shell!
Hear me!
In a bind?
Water! This one's mine!
Spread!
No, I'll tear you apart!
I'm on it!
Will this help?
Switch to
Healing circle!
That's the spot!
Here I come!
He's the one!
Double Demon Fang! Shockwave
Radiant
Slash! Devastation!
Annihilation! Flame! Reload!
Flaming meteor!
I'm ready!
Here I come!
This one's mine! Raging
Shockwave
cascade!
Slash! No escape!
Here goes!
Double Demon Fang!
Arch field!
Lunar
Not
Rondo!
in your dreams! Gravitas field!
Far enough!
Mega ray! This one's mine!
Time to let it rip!
Annihilation!
Here I come!
Prepare to be sealed.
Piercing roar!
Devastation!
Searing hard!
Here!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Let's have some fun.
This one
Carve through armor!
In here!
This one's mine!
You're mine!
Take this.
Look sharp!
Take this!
Corruption!
Double
Lightning
Demon
Lord!
Fang!
More with that cannon!
Devastation!
Lightning attack! Thunderblade!
Here I come!
Water, hear my call! Spread!
You're finished! Be still! Struck!
Going in!
Lunar Rondo!
Flaming meteor!
Devastation!
This one's mine! Radiant Pim! Here, let me help! First aid!
Armor won't save you!
This one's
Lunar
mine!
corruption! Not on my watch!
Stay
Lunar
away!
blast!
Here I
Back
come!
into the fray!
Double Demon Fang!
Annihilation! More with that cannon!
Be still! Try harder!
Will this help?
Guardian field! I don't have much left. I owe you one for that.
Raging
Try
hard!
harder!
Lunar corruption!
It's here!
Double Demon
Discharge!
Fang!
Gemini Aqua!
Shockwave Slash! You're mine!
No further.
Photon Raging Cascade!
Right.
Dance in the wind! Flame of Fury! Burning! Strike! More for the top! Here's evil! Flowering of magic!
Here I come!
Sleep now!
Be still!
Try and run.
Arch Steel!
Do it!
Here, let me help!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Let them mark!
No shot! Double Demon Fang!
Shiny Supernova! Radiant Astral!
They're attacking separately!
I can't land a hit on her!
Keep an eye on her. And take out the monster first.
Double Demon
Far
Fang!
enough!
She's no stranger to astral arts.
I can take care of that!
Yeah, take it away!
Try harder!
First aid and pearl!
Take this! Eat dirt!
Take this.
Tiger Blade! Gravitas Field!
Strike!
Going in!
I can carve through armor!
Annihilation!
Look sharp!
Light Astral Energy! Here's a healer! Dance in the wind! In here!
This way!
Here goes!
Come now.
Photon Blast! It's more with that Annihilation! In here! Mega Ray!
Behold my
That's bad.
Wits about you, people!
By the power of water!
Piercing roar!
Raging cascade!
On guard!
In here!
Going in!
The winds of judgment blow your way! Fall before impending calamity!
More with that
Chaotic disaster!
So that's the trick up her sleeve.
Your astral arms aren't so special. And now, you're mine!
Take this!
Captain,
Try harder!
Gale Force!
Take this! Double Demon Fang!
In a bind?
Light
Be still!
astral into the wind!
Try harder! Flaming Thrust!
One last
You may be strong, but I'll never back down!
Leave the chargers to me! Look sharp! Far enough! On guard!
I can carve through armor!
Here I come!
Raging cascade!
There! Try harder!
Let me help.
Stay away from my friends!
First aid! I'll bring you back from depths of this! Wait! Cascade!
Right.
Here, let me help. First aid!
I'm not feeling so great.
Crumble!
Not on my watch! Hear me! Flame of fury! Let the mark go in!
Ah!
Now we're not...
I never miss! Raging cascade!
You could use a
Double Demon Fang! Shockwave Thrust! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Water, hear my call!
Demon Fang!
Over. Glacial Spear, here's the evil!
There!
Fly and run! Anything in armor is all mine! I'll smash you!
Double Demon Fang!
A new melody!
You're mine! This one's all mine!
Tempest Whirl!
Eat
There.
dirt!
One more! Lightning to
Take
red!
it! Double Demon Fang! Try harder!
Forgive me.
It's over!
This is my fault.
Can't get... Here! Here I come!
Here's the evil!
Begin! Tornado Drive!
Freeze Lancer!
There!
Resonate with the earth!
Double Demon Fang!
It's not too late to vow.
I'm not looking to get our tails handed to us.
That's exactly... Why? Take this! In a bind?
I can't move! There! Try harder!
I'll smash you!
Here I come! Lightning Thrust!
I'll tear you
Here I
apart!
come! Luna Rondo!
Will suffer! Behold!
Solo dance!
Her master core!
Not while I'm around, she isn't!
Shockwave Shockwave Slash! Be still! Devastation!
Hope this works!
Rinwell!
I'll never forgive you!
What?
I'll take you down! You don't scare me!
Go for it, Rinwell!
Hit her now! Not in your dreams!
I'm on a roll now!
Lightning condense!
Shockwave Slash! Swallow dance! Be still!
Raging storm!
Shockwave Slash! Captivity!
Tunnel!
Here I come!
Tear you apart! Lightning condense!
You
will suffer!
Take this!
Cover the caster!
You're mine! It's over! Dragon Force!
No further! Power!
Here it goes!
Negative gate! Here I come! Resonate with the Double Demon Fang!
Celestial hammer!
Shockwave Slash!
The winds of judgment blow your way! Fall before impending calamity! Chaotic disaster!
Forgive me. I've let you all down.
Try harder!
You will suffer!
Try harder! Shockwave Slash!
Just try and run!
Burn in hell!
Behold my true power!
Confiscated!
Take this!
I'll end you!
Demons descend! Flashing fang!
You murdered my mother and father. But I'm not like you.
Rinwell.
Even now, I hate you. But here I am, unable to let go. Honestly, even if I took my hatred out on you here and now, it wouldn't make me feel any better in the long run. I realize that now. So, I won't kill you. I'll take you in, and make damn sure justice is served the right way.
You would dare mock me with your foolish, useless pity? A Dahnan, nothing more than a mere slave. I won't allow you to...
It's not about what you think. Or being Dahnan or Renan. Because you'll atone for the crimes you committed. And that's all.
It's that swordsman again.
Oh, Lord Volron, what brings you here? No, forgive me. I've forgotten myself. Please allow me to make it up to you, my lord.
Silence now, wretched snake. Does it hurt? It should. That pain is proof you're still alive. Enjoy it.
Volron. Years ago, the Lord of Ganath Haros met a sudden death. His successor was a man by that very name, Volron.
And like a restless lover, I've come back for more.
Stop right there!
Think you can cut me down? What?
Wait, what just happened to him? Alvin! Say something! Let go of me! Let me go!
Gianna!
Alvin!
Come and find me, if you truly are the Sovereign. After all this time, I'll be free from this hell. I can finally go home. I doubt I'll ever see this place again. Might as well walk the block once more for old time's sake.
As usual, nobody wants to explain anything to me. They just threaten and harass me instead. What does everyone think I am? Some sort of talking pet? They're the ones that dragged me all the way up here in the first place. Bastards. I shouldn't have bothered coming out. Might as well head back to my room. I just wanted to go back. To Dana. To my home.
Alphen.
Iori.
Live for me.
No. Iori. No! Wait, please. Wait, I... What was that? That... How long ago was that? That's right. Shion. Oh, right. That's what pain felt like. So much for it all being a bad dream. Where am I? Where is everyone? I need to find them. Better start looking.
Niori. Shion. Damn it.
You're mine! Double Demon Fang! Shockwave Flop! Take this! Double Demon Fang! Lightning Thrust! Lunar Rondo! Rising Falcon! You're finished! Try harder! You're mine! Double Demon Fang! Dazzle! Take this! Double Demon Fang! Lightning Thrust! Lightning Thrust! Lunar Rondo! Rising Falcon! Shockwave Flash! Devastation! Rising Falcon! Double Demon Fang! Be still! Devastation! Rising Falcon! Take this! You're mine! This one's all mine! Eat dirt! Shockwave Flash! You're mine! Take this! Double Demon Fang! Dazzle! There! No escape! This should do it! Take this! You're finished! Lightning Thrust! Take this! This should... I have no limits! I'm not done! Shockwave Flash! Double Demon Fang! Here I come! Double Demon Fang! I'm nearly done for. There! Shockwave Flash! Be still! Here I come! Dazzle! Here I come! Here I come! Here I come! Shockwave Flash! This one's all mine! You picked the wrong fight! Here I come! Shockwave Flash! You're mine! You're mine! Double Demon Fang! Take this! Shockwave Flash! Here I go! Shockwave Flash! You're mine! You're mine! Shockwave Flash! Devastation! Take this! It's over! Lunar Rondo! Rising Falcon! Here I come! Dazzle! Rising Falcon! Shockwave Flash! It's on! You picked the wrong fight! Shockwave Flash! Lunar Rondo! Rising Falcon! You're mine! Here I come! Lightning Thrust! Here I come! Shockwave Flash! Take Take it! No, it can't end here! Take this! Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! You're my... Double Demon Fang! Dazzle! Luna Rondo! Right... Here I come! Be still! Double Demon Fang! No escape! Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Dazzle! Rising Falcon! Double Demon Fang! Take this! Shockwave Flash! Luna Rondo! Rising... Shockwave Flash! It's on! You picked the wrong fight! Dazzle! Shockwave Flash! Dazzle! Take this! No escape! There! Shockwave Flash! Dazzle! Rising Falcon! Double Demon Fang! Take this! Double Demon Fang! Shockwave Flash! Shockwave Flash! Double Demon It's on! Shockwave Flash! Eat dirt! Double Demon Fang! Shockwave Flash! Double Demon Fang! Shockwave Flash! Double Demon Fang! Try harder! Shockwave Flash! Be still! Rising Falcon! You're mine! Double Demon Fang! Shockwave Flash! Shockwave Flash! Shockwave Flash! Lightning Thrust! Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Megasonic Thrust! Shockwave Flash! It's on! Eat dirt! Shockwave Flash!
Alvin?
Finwell!
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistleim. Kisara and La are already there.
Finwell, where are we?
Ganeth Haros, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
Luck?
If Volron's here, that means Shion's close too, right?
Shion? Oh. Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
I think Hootle senses an owl around here.
I need something.
You need to be healed.
How the mighty have fallen.
Dispatch it out again.
Benediction light.
Lightning condemns. Thunderblade.
Benediction light. Heal! Our arts are being interrupted.
Wind. Dance in the wind.
Elusive deity.
Rising
Rotating pile driver.
Dance in the wind.
I'll grind you into the enemy. Behold! The Earth's host! Tectonic vision!
Demon Fang!
Raging storm.
Eternal devastation!
Benediction light.
Tempest whirl.
Heal!
I owe you one!
Another incantation ruined.
This one's mine!
Elusive deity! Rotating pile driver!
I'll grind you into dust! Demon Fang!
Lightning
Double
Orb!
Demon Fang!
Raging
Elusive
Cascade!
Destruction!
Rotating pile
Seal!
driver!
More for the stockpile! Here
Benediction
goes!
light.
Wind Astral Energy! More where that came from! Lightning command in your
this!
dreams!
Rising Falcon!
Light Astral
Elusive
Lightning
no
condemns!
further! Elusive deity!
I'm knocked up!
Beckett into everlasting darkness!
Lightning
Negative gate!
Demon
condemns!
Fang!
Thunderblade!
Swallow Blade! Slash!
Lightning condemns!
Benediction light.
It's in your hands now.
Yup.
No rest for the wicked.
Do it!
Benediction light.
Wind
This
Astral
one's
Energy!
mine!
Raging
He who prepares
Cascade!
is free from regret.
Spread! Dance in the
Rising
wind!
Wyvern!
Speak now!
Elusive
Maybe
deity!
this one.
Tornado drive! Elusive deity! Tornado
More
drive!
flash! More where that
Elusive
came from!
deity!
Slash! Rising Wyvern!
Dance in the wind! Now! Air thrust!
I can feel my power growing!
Speaking of Thistlelim, it's populated by Danans, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh? The whole town was built by Danan defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zeugles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now trying to convince them of our good intentions. Say, Alphen, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah,
And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really? Oh, but that means...
probably.
I wonder if Alphen's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation and simply keep an eye on him.
Right. You're saying we should check the Owl Forest? Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Xion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first. I got my memory back.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegis.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dano. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Dahnan?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almeidria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, and the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegis is true, then maybe you really did meet Shionne. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Shionne said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Shionne I knew from Lenegis. It was Naori. She was a Renan maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Shionne? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imerys.
Imerys? As in Shionne Imerys?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegis. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the Crown Contest, to a time before even the first Renan invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then, when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
Kisara.
Listen. What you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Shion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone? Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Dahnan, do you bear the same crest as the current Renan sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Dahnan for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I've never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renan, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renan. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Shion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis, anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Dahnans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting, to strive no matter what.
Then I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh?
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Shion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegis, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the Sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Shion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Shion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Xion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going.
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Xion or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kind of my forte.
Come on, man, snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Xion.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere, too? Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Xion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Xion's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me? That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Xion or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
Alphen.
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Xion. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
Back to the inn, I guess.
Alphen! There you are!
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alvin, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
Look sharp, people. If we don't act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
Remember, if the pain's too much...
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come! We can't let even a single one through!
There's a firm no-Zuko policy.
Fine by me. Let's get to work then. I've let you all down.
I couldn't make it, Simeon. Test. I shall seal you where you stand.
Rising!
So you clamor for my true power? Benediction light. No further.
I have no limits.
I'm gone!
You're mine! Double Demon Fang! Dazzle!
In here!
I'm ready!
There! This one's all mine!
I let my guard down.
More where that comes from!
You picked the wrong fight!
Dance in the wind!
Shockwave Flash! Devastation! Take this!
Tempest
Double
Blast!
Demon Fang!
Dance in the wind!
Double Demon!
Arrow!
Double! This is looking grim. Hold tight!
We've been through far worse
Double
before!
Demon Fang! Right! Time to turn the tide!
Air thrust!
It's over!
Photon Flash! I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar! Light Axe Raging Cascade!
Take this! Double Demon Fang! Be still!
Light Axe Lightning Condemned! Thunder Blast!
Here I come! Double Demon Fang! There! Double Demon Fang! Be still! Take this! Strike! Right!
Raging
Double
Cascade!
Demon Fang! This one's all
On
mine!
a roll!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Better!
Double Demon Fang! Shockwave Flash! Double
For the wicked.
In an instant! Impact Block!
From beyond.
My
imbue
turn!
this vanquished
Double Demon
soul with
Fang!
light.
Lightning Thrust!
Resuscitation.
Thunder Tower! Double Demon Fang! Here I come! Be still!
I still got some fight
You're
left in me.
mine!
Tiger Blade!
Rising Falcon! Heal! I owe you one.
I can handle it.
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
You know, Thistleum kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me, and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Xion comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Xion, then we defeat Volron and liberate Dana. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
Yeah, can't exactly fight at the top of your game when you're hungry.
Good point. Let's stop by the inn and plan our next move from there.
You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
Have you got... Let's check. Checked your equipment lately?